Polish President Duda has won 5 more years in power after narrowly beating opposition leader Rafał Trzaskowski in Sunday's presidential vote. According to Poland's National Election Commission, Duda won over 51% of the votes, giving him the overall lead over the liberal Rafał Trzaskowski, who won almost 49% of the votes. This is the country's slimmest presidential election victory since the end of communism in 1989. Incumbent Andrzej Duda is allied with the ruling Nationalist Law and Justice Party. Duda ran the elections on their traditional values and generous welfare programs, but the incumbent president's campaign was full of homophobic language and attacks on private media. During his campaign, Duda even said that LGBTQ rights were an ideology more destructive than communism. Trump congratulated Duda on his historic re-election, pledging stronger ties. Duda has been a constant political ally of the U.S. president. Trump was seen hosting Duda in the White House just before the first round of the election last month. So what does this victory now mean for Poland? Activists believe this could mean 3 years of regressive policies in the country. The governing party has also been criticized for the reforms to the judiciary, which have seen as a way to erode democratic freedoms. And the party's regressive policies also mean rising tensions with the European Union. Poland is the largest net recipient of EU budget funds, but rifts are likely to be evident this week when EU leaders discuss the bloc's long-term budget. Brussels is now facing growing calls for funding to be made conditional on respect of the rule of law, and the governing party's views on democratic freedoms could spell trouble for Poland. And not just that, many members of the LGBTQ community fear discrimination under a second term of the Duda presidency. Duda has also vowed to change the constitution to rule out adoptions by same-sex couples. The government also faces an uphill battle, especially since the fallout of the pandemic. The pandemic has now pushed Poland into its first recession since communism fell in the country 3 decades ago.